through that again on our second video attempt. We can do this. Okay. First thing when solving two-step equations, review from yesterday, we said we have to get rid of, Jude had reminded us, get rid of the number that's not with the variable. What trick was I giving you to remind yourself of which one to get rid of? William?
The one that is, I don't.
No, it's the one that's not with the variable that we have to get rid of. But what did I tell you could do, Mateo?
Is it like the number after the equals sign or before it?
Not always. What did I tell you to put around the variable term?
Box?
A box. So if you put a box around the term that has the variable, get rid of the one that's not in the box. That's kind of the first thing. It's usually add and subtract. How do you know when to add or subtract? Like, how do you know if you should add your number or if you should subtract your number? Eliana?
You weren't looking at the sign after the number. You have to see, like, does it have a subtraction sign or does it have, and if it has no sign, it's adding.
Mhm.
You do the opposite.
You have to do the opposite. So if it's a plus problem, or if you have a plus in front of your number, you have to subtract. If you've got a negative in front of your number, you have to add. What's the inverse of division? Evelyn? Multiplication. What's the inverse of multiplication? Sam? Division. Okay, so you got to know your inverses as well. Whoops. Okay, so we're going to start with a part of a video. We're not going to watch the whole video today.
How can you follow 2 steps to isolate the variable and solve an equation? Think about this question during the lesson. Nala and her 2 friends spent $21 on movie tickets and a box of popcorn. The popcorn cost $6. How could they figure out how much each movie?
Okay. This is about as much of the video today that we're going to watch, because the rest of it we're going to do together.
Are you
So I want you to write down this information. So we got 3 people that go to the movies. So write down there's 3 people going to the movies. You can just write notes if you want to, or write a full sentence. I don't care. And they spend $21 on what? What do they do when they're at the movies? What other information are we going to need? William?
They spent $21 on movie tickets and a box of popcorn.
Okay, movie tickets and a box of popcorn. You need to write down that they bought both of those things. Because if they just bought movie tickets, how much was each ticket? $7, because you just divide by 3. But the problem is they didn't just buy their 3 movie tickets, they also bought popcorn when they were there. So we have to factor that in somehow. What other information are you going to need? There's something else up here. They didn't, no.
Oh, so
I do when I go, but they didn't. Donnie? Popcorn is $6. So we're actually given the amount for the popcorn. Popcorn costs $6. Do you need more time to write? No? For this one, I'm going to organize it in a bar graph. The top bar graph is typically the total that they spent, which is why a bar graph in this case works really well, because we know how much money they spent. They spend $21. So I'm going to put 21 in the top bar. Then the bottom bar splits apart what they bought. So what's going to go in the second bar? Claire? The tickets and the popcorn. So how many boxes do I need?
3. Unless they only bought 1.
I need 4 total, because I need 3 tickets and a popcorn. So I need 4 total boxes. 3 of them should be the same size. 1 of them should be a little bit different for the popcorn. So a little bit larger, yeah. So we need 3 pretty evenly sized boxes. Oh, mine kind of all four look the same, but they're
Well,
not.
no, actually, that last one on the right looks bigger.
It's a little different, right? So since that one's a little different, I'm gonna put the popcorn in that one, which we know is $6. And the other three, what do we know about them? There's one little piece of information that we know about them. Ivan?
The tickets cost
They're-
like $7.
Well, we don't know what they cost yet, that's what we gotta find. But what do you know about the cost of all three of them?
$21. All together.
They add up to $15.
No.
$5.
All I'm looking for is they all cost the same amount. Like when you buy a movie ticket, aren't they all the same amount? Like you pay $13, you pay $2, you pay, that's not how it works, okay? They're all the same price. So I don't know how much the cost is, but what can I call each of them since I know they're all the same? Hannah? T? Sure. I think T is good, T for ticket. So I've got 3 tickets, all costing the same, and a popcorn for $6. Claire, do you have a question?
How come you can't do 21 subtracted 6?
That's exactly what we're going to be doing. We're just practicing writing our equations now. So in real life, you would solve this in a different manner, or you definitely could. Okay? Does that answer your question? Okay. So let's try to write the equation. This is what we're working on first on Wednesday, I think. Taking these kinds of problems and writing a 2-step equation. Anybody want to try the equation?
Yes.
If this is our bar graph, how would I write that in equation form? Carolyn.
21 equals 3t
Yep.
plus 6.
Yep. Good. All of these need to be added together to total 21, but the 3 t's can be added together to make a 3t plus the popcorn, which is 6. Now, do you have to draw a bar diagram to write that equation?
No.
Not necessarily. A lot of you can just write that without the bar diagram, but it does sometimes help to try to draw a picture of what's happening. Okay. Put a line down. Put the box around the variable term. That's the 3 tickets is the variable term. So Claire had said, can't I just do 21 minus 6? Isn't that the first step in solving this equation, subtracting 6 from both sides? So this is following what you would intuitively do to find the cost of the tickets. Subtract 6 from both sides, because then we've got inverses. That gets rid of the cost of the popcorn. 21 subtract 6 is 15. That leaves us with the variable term over here, or the 3 tickets. What operation do I have here? A number of you are still getting mixed up on this because there's no sign, so you're like guessing that it's addition or subtraction or whatever. When the variable and the number are right next to each other, what's the operation? Ivan? That's what I need to do, right?
Yep.
I need to divide, yes. This is multiplication though. So I'm going to use division to solve. Come on. I'm kind of running out of room, sorry. Divide by 3. These are inverses, so they cancel. How much do the tickets cost, Evelyn?
T equals 5.
15 divided by 3 is 5.
So we have.
And what place is the ticket listed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the rest of the
Sometimes you do.
Maybe it's something like a straight to DVD sequel, like.
Maybe it's like
Maybe. If you go to Cinemark on Friday, they have $5 movie tickets. And then most of your concessions are more expensive than that. No, we're not getting into conversations about it. To answer the question, you will have a lot of word problems today. You need to make sure you answer the question with not just a number, but a meaning behind it. So how can they figure out, oh wait. That question isn't right. It wasn't the original question. The original question was, how much was each movie theater ticket? $5.
Yeah.
So each ticket, and that sentence would be my answer.
Lily.
I don't know.
Bowling.
Do we need more time for writing?
Yeah.
Okay. You done? Okay. All right, next problem. All of these today are taking real life situations, representing them as an equation, and then solving the equation. So we have, let's read this one first. Andrew rents bowling shoes for $4. He bowls 2 games and he spent a total of $22. How much was the cost of each game be? Now, if you don't go bowling very frequently, you might not know how this works. But when you go to a bowling alley, you have to wear bowling shoes
Yeah.
because you can't go on the lanes with like your grimy shoes because it ruins the floors. So you have to have bowling shoes. If you don't have your own, you have to rent them from the bowling alley. So you walk in, and he had to pay $4 to get the shoes he had to wear while he was there. Okay. Then he bowled 2 games, and when he left, his total was $22. Is every game you bowl the same price?
No. No.
If you're at the same place, it is. Like if you go to multiple places, they're different. But if you go to main event, each game of bowling costs the same because you're at the same place. Okay? Whoops. Is that you, babe? I don't know how to get rid of that. There it is. Got rid of it. So if we sketch a bar diagram, which you don't have to do for all of these. Oh, wait. Do you need to write some information down first?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and write some information down.
What do you want us to write down?
Hmm?
What do you want us to write down?
Well, what do you need to write down?
He pays $4 and goes to.
Yep.
Photos.
Yep. You can write the whole thing if you want to write the whole thing.
Is there homework gonna be in the book or online?
It's online tonight.
How many questions? 45.
Usually it's 10.
In 5th grade, it's like 20.
Last time it was 8, but sometimes it's
Okay. So, total.
22 bucks.
So we'll put that on the top. Total cost of the bowling alley is $22. And at the bowling alley, we have a number of things we have to pay for. What are they?
Shoes.
2 bowling games and shoes. So we need 3 sections. 2 equal size sections for the bowling, and then 1 that's different for the rental. I don't know how large the squares should be. I don't know which one is more or less, but 2 that are the same, 1 that's different. So the one that's different is the bowling shoes. The 2 that are the same, what are we going to call those?
G?
Be careful, read the problem. B. They tell us we have to use the variable b, which is extra important mainly when you're working on the online homework because you've got to use the same variable they tell you to use. So if it says how much was the cost of each game b, we have to use b.
Lowercase?
So 1 game of bowling, 2 games of bowling, and the rental shoes. Those are the 3 things I've got. Okay, what would be my equation if that's my bar diagram? What would be my equation?
Oh. Oh.
Jace, you had your hand raised. You want to try it?
$22 equal
Yep.
4B.
Not 4b. How many b's are here?
2B
2b
plus 4.
plus a 4. There you go. Okay, 2 games of bowling plus $4 shoe rental. put a box around the bowling games, because that's what we're trying to get isolated. So what do I have to get rid of? Jude? The 4, the rental shoes. We're gonna subtract the cost of the rental, the shoes. Subtract 4. I had a plus sign in front of 4, so I do the inverse of subtraction. Inverse is cross out. 22 minus 4? 18. So we have the 18 is equal to the 2 bowling games. But I need the cost of 1 bowling game, so what do I do? Brayden?
Divide by 2.
Divide by 2.
Put it in half.
Yep. Okay, divide by 2. Can y'all read that?
Yeah.
Well enough?
Yes, ma'am.
I have to write right over top of that. And if $18 was the cost of 2 games, how much is the cost of 1? $9. So $9 equals B. What sentence answer should you write? Can somebody give me a sentence answer to the problem? Brayden.
The bowling game, one bowling game is $9.
There you go. 1 game bowling costs $9. Go ahead and write that. Finish your problem by writing your answer.
That's cheap.
This is only the first example.
Miss Shoker,
Ma'am?
using a bar diagram and like doing the equation instead of just doing it like doing
Yes,
it, like
I
yeah, it's
know.
really bothering me.
I know. So this is a tough spot to be in because you know enough to be able to solve these problems without equations.
Yeah.
Right? But I need you to practice writing your equations because we will start writing equations that you can't solve using mental math or problem solving strategies you know from real life before too long. So I need you to practice writing these equations so you can write the other ones when we get there. Does that kind of help, Carolyn?
Yeah.
Oh.
The ink tip fell.
Oh no.
I don't even know how.
Ivan,
On the homework, what happens if you put capital B?
I think it's wrong.
Yeah.
You have to use the exact variable they tell you
These
to.
variables are
yeah,
only in
actually.
lowercase, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, next one. Next one and possibly last one.
Oh.
Possibly. We'll see. We'll see.
Homework?
Yeah. I gotta check the next one to make sure we don't have to do it, but I think this could be the last one potentially. So it says John has $21.61 balance on a gift card.
Let's write all this down.
Probably not. Let me cross out some of it.
There's really nothing.
We don't need that part. There. I minimized it, shortened it a little bit for you. Jude, I need you to write this problem down.
So we have a question. You said your Mr. Shogun had a golden shoe,
Mhm.
right?
When did I tell you all that?
You told us in the
Yeah.
beginning of school.
Oh,
Yeah.
we had another bowling problem?
Yeah, we did.
And like,
I think Eleanor said it. It was one of the.
Bowling practice, by the way, we'll get signed up for shortly.
My uncle went to bowling championships.
my dad used to be.
I didn't know we should be
until he
My
realized.
uncle, now he.
No, yesterday.
Mr. Sjogren coaches bowling.
Wait, we don't mind bowling. We can do bowling. Yes.
Okay, are you ready?
You want?
As you are finishing writing, I haven't read the problem really very closely yet, so I'll read it. You can listen to it as it goes. John has $21.61 balance on a gift card. Doesn't matter what the gift card is for, which is why I crossed out the next part. You need to be able to cross out that information on your tests as well. Irrelevant information, just extra information. Cross it out. Each song download costs $1.29. John wants to maintain a $10 balance. How many songs can John purchase? So a couple of things. What does this mean? $21.61 balance on a gift card. What is that? Bailey?
How much money he has left on the gift
Okay.
card if he hasn't used it?
Balance means that's how much he has right now. So he's probably used some of it because you don't normally give a gift card to somebody for $21.61. So he probably has spent some money and that's what he's got right now. What does this sentence mean? John wants to maintain a $10 balance. What does that mean? Donnie?
He wants to, after making his purchases of downloadable content songs,
Yep.
have it at $10, no less.
He wants no less than $10, right? For whatever reason, he wants to keep $10 on the gift card. Like maybe there's something he's wanting to buy and it's $10 and he wants to make sure he has that much money. So he's only allowed to purchase $1.29 multiple songs, but he doesn't want to get less than $10 on that gift card. Does that make sense? Yes? Okay. So
How do we do that?
how am I gonna do that? I don't think we can draw a bar diagram very well because what happens when he downloads a song for $1.29? Does he add it to his gift card?
No.
He subtracts it. Which bar diagrams are for when you're adding up a bunch of values, like your movie ticket and another movie ticket and another movie ticket and a popcorn. It's all addition for the bar diagrams. With subtraction, it's a little bit different, which is what this is. So he has a $21.61 balance. Wait. I saw the, oh, no. That's not right. I take that back.
Oh wow.
He wants a $10 balance. Yeah, I saw the look on your face and I was like, wait, that something's not right, and I thought about it. Okay, $10 balance. And what is he doing to get to that $10 balance? He's subtracting. What's he subtracting from?
A gift card.
Of how much value?
$21.51.
Okay, he has $21.61, and he's subtracting from that $1.29 per song.
S.
Okay, now they don't tell us what variable to use in this problem,
Could be like that.
so I'm gonna say it's $1.29 per.
S. A song.
I don't like using S only because my S's look like 5s.
Like, can you show it as like an S on the side?
No, because I'll draw it right if I'm thinking about it.
Like, I
But I can't put an S in an equation because I get it mixed up with my 5s along the way. So they eventually start looking like 5s. I don't know. So go ahead and use an S for song if you would like to. I'm going to use D just for download. Each song download, I'll use that instead. Okay. Are we good on where the equation came from?
Yes.
Use this as a model when you're decreasing values. All right, here's our equal to. Which side of the equals, raise your hands, which side is my variable on? The left side of the equal sign or the right side of the variable? Or the right side of the equal sign, I mean. Sam? Right side. So all the work I'm gonna do is gonna be off of the right-hand side, because that's where my download songs variable is. So I'm gonna put a box around that.
Negative.
The negative also.
Oh yeah.
Whatever
because it's
sign is in
subtracting.
front of it needs to go with it. This 2161, what sign is in front of it?
Positive.
It's a positive. It's not there, but it's always a positive if it's not written. So if that's a positive $21.61, how do I get rid of it? Subtract it. So I'm going to subtract 2161. It's going to be a negative, yep. 10 subtract 2161. How do we figure out how far negative that is?
with up.
William?
There's two ways to do it really. Well, there's like a way you can do it is you write negative 21.61, and then basically just like, because it's 10, thankfully, you can just like take the 2 on the 21 and like just move it up a number. Well, no, move it down a number. I don't know how to describe it. Like when I say
Subtract
move
10
it down,
from it.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, but
Like
if
try-
you subtract 10 from it,
And then
Yes.
put 2 zeros.
But it doesn't. You know, it doesn't matter.
You
No,
put
it's
2
gonna
zeros.
change.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine, we can do that. Okay, so 1161. Why do we use subtraction? We're still working on making sure when do you add these and when do you subtract these. Why am I subtracting these two numbers instead of adding them? Eliana?
Because they're of opposite.
Sign.
Yeah.
Positive sign, negative sign. So we use subtraction. So when we subtract, we would get negative 1161. On the right, negative $1.29D. Is it okay that I have negatives, but I'm talking about how many songs I can download?
Yeah.
I mean, not really in my answer, but what's going to eventually happen? What's my next step? It will be, yeah. What's my next step? Oh, Sam? Divide. Because this is negative 129 times D, so I'm going to divide by negative 129. I'm assuming this is a whole number answer. So instead of actually, I don't really want to divide these. Do you really want to divide those? Not really. Let's use multiplication and guess and check our answer instead.
You said
Oh.
multiplication.
It's gonna be 9.
You think it's 9?
Yeah, because 9 times 9 is
Okay,
equal.
so $1.29 times 9. Let's see if that's 1161.
I got 10.
81, 18, 26, 9, 11. 1161.
So 9 equals D.
So that's 9 equals D.
This was a very confusing
Mainly because of all the decimals, probably. I mean,
Would
because
you
stuff.
ever put one of those on our test?
Yeah.
Oh.
question.
You still have to practice your basic skills. You still need to practice your adding and subtracting decimals and whatnot.
Me too.
Okay, what would your final answer be? What would your final answer be? We got that 9 equals D, but what is my answer to the question that's being asked? Evelyn?
That John purchased 9 songs.
He can at least purchase 9 songs, yep. Or he can download 9 songs if you want to say it that way. You may. Did you write down your answer? No, you didn't. Gotta write a sentence.
Oh, that thing. Oh.
John can download 9 songs.
Now it's time to.
Hold on, I just gotta look.
Oh no. That's what she said. Okay, she said something.
We
No.
will not go through this if there's an if somebody can read this and tell me what the equation would be. Everybody read it though. Everybody read it. Shh. Quietly, everybody figure it out.
Let's donate. Jude wants to do it.
Two.
I think I know.
To help out those that aren't sure what the equation is, this has a very specific equal to word? What is it? Where's my equal to word?
Oh,
Where's my equal to word?
Is 2 more than.
Mateo?
Is too
Is, right here. There's where my equal is going to be. So whatever this is going to equal whatever this is. Did you notice this, by the way?
Yes.
There's something here.
I can't see it. Where it says 18.
Jude.
Can I do any side I want to?
Yep.
First?
Mhm.
Okay, so on the right side,
Okay.
18S.
No, wait. What's S?
Okay, S is the students.
Like the band?
Yes, the band.
No, who played the trumpet?
Yeah, who play the trumpets.
So
Or is it
18
B?
students
Yeah,
play
that's
the
each.
trumpet.
Oh.
So over here it says the number of trumpet
Oh,
players.
18B.
No, not 18.
Oh my.
Okay, hold on. Number of trumpet players. 18 students play trumpet in the band. So this 18 is the number of trumpet players. So on the left side is just the trumpet players, which is 18 trumpet players.
Please.
Oh.
Is, no, Jude's got it, is,
Yeah.
what's next? Read this to me.
2 more than.
What's more than?
2.
Add, subtract, multiply, divide.
B.
Add, subtract, multiply, divide.
Add.
Add. Ivan? That's enough. Okay? 2 more than is what we've got so far. Now how do I show a fourth of the band?
What do you mean?
No, 2 more than
You mean
a
divided
fourth.
by 4?
What?
You mean divided by 4?
What's divided by 4?
18?
Not 18. It's a fourth of the band.
You want 18 divided by 4?
Not 18. You're getting that confused. 18 is not how many kids are in the band. 18 are only the kids that play trumpet.
Oh, B.
B divided by 4.
I'm so smart.
Okay. All right. You can pause that.